I said I'm streaming now. Man, why is Ricochet from what?
Do you know what Paducah can
he should wear this attire.
What's that, Corey? Nothing except Ricochet. He is their
that overcoat looks better than them angel wings. Look lame.
Flyer in the game lives for the adrenaline in his veins. This is about to blow your mind. There is nothing Ricochet can't do. One of the most positive, confident athletes in the game today.
What do you think Ricochet's best match the WWE's been so far? What do you think Ricochet's best match in WWE, including NXT, was so far? I say him versus Cole. I think him and Gargano could have been better.
And his opponent from Honolulu, Hawaii.
I don't think it was as good as Gargano's other matches. Same with Black.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Think of the countless members of the WWE Universe who have witnessed the Dragon do what he does best.
Wrong mic.
You're talking WrestleMania.
Can you hear me better?
The Macho Man, 93,000
Can you hear me better?
plus. We're talking about Jake the Snake Roberts in front of 74,000 at the big event in 1986 in Toronto. The bigger the stage, the brighter Ricky Steamboat shines.
Yeah, I might do a Ricky Steamboat moveset. Start working on some old school moveset. Because I had fun with my Jake Roberts moveset. If I liked them, yeah.
The thing about a Falls Count Anywhere match is you can get thrown against the
I did last year.
barricade, but you usually have a chance to recover. Usually, but not always, Cole. If your opponent
it was good too, man.
There's nowhere in the arena that's safe. Speaking of which, we're
not it was basic.
Out of harm's way either. I can't count how many times we've caught a superstar in our lap.
I didn't know that till afterwards.
Anything, but not to mention all the monitors that have been tossed and shattered.
I guess when he was Kama Mustafa, I might have got it. But I was watching WrestleMania 8, and when he runs in, that's when I realized.
And look at the quickness
like,
of Ricochet.
Just the size, the tattoos.
Strain on the back.
A year or two.
He's hurting now. If he doesn't get out of that corner, he's going to be hurting even worse. Strong kick. My goodness.
I had potential. I mean, I wouldn't have feuded him with the Warrior. Because Warrior's a horrible actor.
So wherever these superstars' imagination takes them, you won't miss any of the action. And you need a limitless imagination to win a match like this.
His first what? I would say his first feud was with Warrior, maybe Taker. Him and Taker did something. Yes.
You have to stay on the attack because... Byron, help me make sense of this decision. You must have had something big planned here. Running Hurricane Rana.
New Year's Ricochet, baby.
Are you kidding me? The guy's not human. 630. Ref, get ready to raise his hand. This is Ricochet.
I beat him quick.
With an incredible victory.
Here is your winner.
Yo, I like the little fast lane thing. It just fits Ricochet. It fit his music, all that. It sounded like his little ball bounce.
Steamboat's fire was put out. The arena is still buzzing over that great match.
Who do you think is the most overrated person in WWE? Really? I can agree with that because I don't think Cesaro's a star. I think he should be in WWE. I think he's good enough to be at that level, but he's a mid-card. I think pairing him with Sheamus did one. I think it did wonders for both. It expanded them. It allowed them to be goofy, make fun of themselves. I mean, I always knew Sheamus. I think Sheamus could have been a top guy, not Cesaro.
The Rated R Superstar has arrived.
I think Rusev is overrated as well. I don't think he's as popular as they say, oh, he should win the Rumble. Nah, because he was more popular when he was with, the most he's ever been over was when he was with Aiden English.
And his opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 249 pounds, the Rated R Super...
Who? I think Bret Hart's overrated. Well, I'm not preferring to his wrestling or his storytelling in the ring, but you ask a lot of people who's the greatest of all time, they'll tell you Bret Hart. Bret Hart couldn't cut a promo. Bret Hart couldn't draw money. I think he's overrated. I disagree. Nah, I mean, Hogan wrestled that style because that style drew money. I mean, Hulk Hogan's not Bret Hart in Japan, but watch him in Japan, he wrestles a whole different style. Hulk Hogan could carry the Ultimate Warrior. He could carry Andre the Giant, because fucking Andre could barely move. So I won't say Hogan's underrated, but I don't think he's overrated. I think he's right where he should be in wrestling. Okay, if I do a babe, okay, if I say, okay, let's do the Mount Rushmore of wrestling, which are like the five, if I take 5 people that you associate with wrestling, like you ain't never watched it a day in your life, but you know who they are? Hands down, it's Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold, John Cena. No, I would say Andre the Giant. I know a lot of people who don't know The Undertaker. Or wait, let me ask that. Randy Savage. I'm gonna ask that. Randy Savage. Anybody who grew up in that era knows Randy Savage, and it has nothing to do with wrestling. Nothing to do with wrestling. Nothing to do. They may not know his finishing move, but they'll be like, snap into a Slim Jim. They know that. Randy Savage. I'm gonna stick with Randy. No way. I mean, I think guys like Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Hart, Foley, they're only going to be known by wrestling fans. Same. Ric Flair. They won't know. They won't. Yeah, I'm going to stick to my 5. I'm going to go with Hogan, Rock, Cena, Austin, and Andre. Andre was the biggest draw, and they said Andre was the most recognizable person in the world at that time. I don't know if it's true. That's what they say. Like if they seen him in an airport, they knew who he was. I mean, he was like a freak.
was the first Money in the Bank ladder match winner. Grand Slam champion. An incredible career here in WWE. The ultimate.
What's that? At the time when Andre was alive, like, even like in the territory days before wrestling was on cable TV, they said he was like the most recognizable person in the world. Ali and Andre the Giant. Like if you go in the airport, people would know who he is. And then the way they used Andre at the time, he was different than most people. He's the biggest draw during the territory days because Vince McMahon's dad would cut deals. Usually what they would do is with Andre, other than when he worked in WWE, which is Madison Square Garden base, they would, because Andre wasn't great in the ring, but the first time he'd come to a town, it would set records. So that they would use him that way in the territories. They'd make a deal. They say, hey, let me get 5 of your top guys, you get Andre. Andre would draw more than their top 5 guys. Who do you think is the best commentator of all time? Wait. Team. Top 3.
No stranger to the big stage. One of the most... Here we go, guys. Falls count anywhere. Oh, wow.
I think they're like for sure the best now.
Hoisted up.
Rolano and Beth Phoenix and
in position. Look out.
Who else?
Here it comes.
Oh, Alexander Wolf.
He's looking to fly.
I said I think they're for sure the best now. Is the NXT announced team? NXT announced team.
Huge big boot.
By a mile. And by a mile, I think. Well, Michael Cole got a job to do. I feel like the people in the main roster, they're just advertisers. Because if you watch like the UK shit, and I think he called the women's Mae Young Classic. Michael Cole can call a wrestling match, and he was good with Taz. But it's just WWE's branding style. It's so fucking corporate, to the point where, when I mean corporate, like when you think of a corporation like Walmart and shit like that, they're like soulless. There's no soul there. It's just dead almost. It's like, that's what I would compare. Like, that's how WWE is. There's no art form. It's corporate.
Took them.
What do you mean?
And Ricochet.
Pickup falls count anywhere.
A running Hurricane Rana. Beautiful. Look out here. He's got something cooking. Are you kidding me? And no luck against Edge. Wasn't expecting that. Caught off guard. What a cutter!
I'm just ending them quick.
Ricochet ready to strike. Leave the nightlight on for
Because the movesets are edited.
This
They
is
don't.
Ricochet's chance. Gonna take more than that.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
Edge
I
has
didn't
been
give him
called
the-
the Rated R Superstar, and it's a nickname he really...
What the fuck is Ricochet? I gave them. Special minutes. 6:30. They didn't change it. They fucked his moveset big time.
Braced.
Are you kidding me? Smash. Couldn't have done it better myself.
Talk about using your
No, I
body as
mean
a weapon.
the downward spiral as a signature.
Determination.
For the power of Ricochet.
Not much more can be endured, I think, here for Edge.
I'm not sure how he's even standing.
It's a little cheap, his moveset.
Oh, look at this power. Boom! Spikes him down.
Ricochet striking at exactly the right time.
Great effort, but he'd better save something for later in the match.
In a bad way here, guys. Super kick.
Nice job.
Going up top.
Oh, look out.
Last year I think I.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I remember. What? Said it again. Be the top hill, man.
That's a good way to make your presence felt. Wow, Edge just timed that perfectly.
Edge looking on his game right now.
Oh, he came prepared tonight. After what we've seen so far, you cannot question the lengths these
Can he cut a promo?
superstars are willing to go.
The limits of physical exhaustion
Is he a kid?
are being surpassed at this point.
People's moonsault.
Penny predicament. 2. Amazing.
And
Downward spiral.
See ya.
Look out. Here we go.
Are you kidding me? The guy's not human. 6:30.
It just doesn't appear to be Edge's night tonight.
I don't care who you are.
Ricochet with that incredible victory.
there's always going to be people like that in a league. If it's tolerated. Well, just. I think he has an ego. I think he's respectable. He's good.
Here is your winner.
I won't say Killer has an ego. Killer's blunt. It's serious. I mean, he's not going to hold his tongue.
And that's a huge win for this guy. Hey, they both gave it their all, but in the end, the best man standing. I don't think I saw one member of this Cleveland crowd leave their seat during that entire match. And I can't say that I'm all that surprised.
Yep. I'm a Virgo Leo. I mean, I got an ego. I got an ego. I got an ego at work, but then, I think the Virgo kind of brings me down. It makes me shy sometimes, unless I'm at work. If I'm working at something, I got to put the most effort in it, do the best. I'm a perfectionist. And I expect the same from others. And I'm usually either hot or cold at work. I'd rather be hot because it comes out, then it's over. And I'm usually hot with my superiors and then sometimes with employees, I don't want to say, it's cold, so it stays in there and then it comes out later on. Like a dude I know, and he was my supervisor before. I caught him sleeping in his truck on the clock. Man, I blew the fuck up. Like, I knocked on his fuck. I wake your fucking ass up, man. I'm like, come on. Told him we're gonna go have a discussion in front of the computer, and I fired him there. But then I talked to management. I was like, you know, I don't want to do that. He's been here a long time. Don't tell him what I said, but you know, I'll give him another chance. And he still fucking does it though. But they know it, so I leave it alone.
Well, what makes a Falls Count Anywhere match so unique? One of the things people forget is that stamina and creativity are just as important as technique in a Falls Count Anywhere match. No count out or disqualification, so if you can think of it, you can do it. And you'd better have stamina because you're going to be all over the arena withstanding all sorts of attacks from your opponent. That's one of the reasons the WWE Universe loves these matches so much. Their favorite superstar.
Did you ever backyard wrestle when you was, well, I guess you're young now, but in high school and shit? Okay. Yeah, I backyard wrestled when I was like that age and shit. Yup. Hey, and my finisher, swear to God. I mean, I didn't do it exactly like him, but Andrade's underhook DDT, that was my move. Except I lifted him up, kind of, and I did it. And I mixed the rock bottom with the F5. Now everybody does it. The fucking swing bottom, or whatever that you would call it. They were my moves. And, you know, that's where IMDIKON comes from. Man, you know what? Though one time it was funny because this one dude, he was like fucking 6'6", and we were wrestling, and I was beating his ass on the roof. He had long hair. I was beating his ass on his roof, and you know everything was predetermined. Man, they called the cops. They said a dude was beating his fucking wife. Like, what wife do you know who's 6'6"? Yeah.
End up in their lap.
And I told him, man, we shouldn't. I'm like, why am I gonna beat you up on the roof? And I'm not taking a bump off a roof, you know. I'm not taking a bump. Well, he wanted to fucking do the roof thing, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do it because you're 6'6". I should be kicking your ass on the roof. It should be my ass getting kicked on the roof, and I'm not getting thrown. He said we could get thrown into the fucking clotheslines where you hang the clothes, and I'm like, well, you know, there's like an air condition, and I'm like, I said I'm gonna jump from the fucking air condition and see how it goes first, and I cut my fucking wrist. I'm like, we're not fucking doing that. And he's like, well, okay, well we can do it's just throw me off the trampoline. He told me to throw him off the trampoline. Man, I threw that motherfucker off the trampoline and he bounced and hit the fucking fence like crazy. Then another time, they would do crazy shit. Some people. I never did crazy shit. My style, I would say it was kind of like Ric Flair, The Miz. You know, I'm a shit talker. I'm gonna keep my shit grounded. If there's a chair, I grab the chair, I throw it out of the fucking ring. I'm a heel. Or if I go for a fucking plancha, I just roll out and I'll taunt or whatever. But dude wanted to get fucking. Okay, I was supposed to get slammed on tacks. Man, I pussied out the last minute. I forget what movies. Oh no, he's supposed to fucking pedigree me on tacks. Man, I pussied out on it, and I didn't let him do it. And I called for. I'm like, put me in a sleeper hold. Put me in a sleeper hold. Puts me in a sleeper hold. And he's on my back. You know how Jeff Jarrett will do it. I threw that motherfucker in the tacks, man, and he got so fucking pissed. He tried to kill me. I mean, well, he didn't, but the look in his eyes, he wanted to kill me. But I mean, he was kind of like, I would compare it to being in shock. Like he didn't know what happened, but he did. But fuck you, asshole! You ain't put me through tacks. I'm too good looking, and like I wrestled in high school and shit like that. So I'm like, I'm a technical wrestler and all that. I'd watch fucking like New Japan and shit, and just steal their moves and shit like that.
Punch after punch after punch.
impressive in-ring IQ on
Shawn Michaels
display.
versus Ricochet.
He weaves out of the way.
Yep.
Great reversal. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Sweet chin music on Shawn Michaels.
Looking stunned. Looking rocked. There's the reversal. And another reversal.
Seems like we're back where we began, Michael.
You think Michaels and Ricochet would be good?
Reached a new level when superstars collide in this combat zone. Corey, what? Ricochet ready?
I think so. I don't think Ricochet's as good as people think. I mean, he's good. Like, if you give him his artistic freedom and all that. But I don't know. Like, when he does a move, I feel like it's not at the right time sometimes. Or it just looks too easy. It doesn't look like... Make the move look like it's harder to do. That's what I would tell him. I tell him, make it look harder. You know, you make it just look too fucking easy to the point where it just looks choreographed.
1, 2. Last second kick out by Michaels. Scary close.
Like if Styles does something good, don't look hard, but it looks like there's effort.
Ricochet ready to strike. Beautiful 630 splash. Michaels is rocked. So simple.
Said it again. I don't know. He's a botch. He's like a botch machine, and he injured quite a few people. But he injured like 2 people in the Mae Young Classic, and on simple moves. Well, one was his finisher. Then I don't remember who, and the other one you could see him botched a fucking pump handle slam. Tessa's version.
Yet so effective.
And he needs to change his fucking entrance gear. It is the ugliest shit I've ever seen. Other than Mojo Rally. I hate Mojo. Like, if there's like fire a guy, I'd fire Mojo Rally. There's just nothing I like about the guy. He's not a star. He's not good in the ring. I don't like the jive or the way he talks and shit like that. Say it again. Yeah.
That's a well-earned victory.
What about you? You had to fire a guy. It's WWE. It should be the best fucking talent in the world who don't deserve to be on that roster. Diesel. Did he leave? I think he's gonna lag out. Oh, Ricochet versus R-Truth. I gotta get finished with this.
Oh, this is my favorite part. He's gonna sing.
I'm getting bored.
And we're ready to get this Falls Count Anywhere match underway. Bringing it back into the ring. Great evasion. Pow, drop kick. Ricochet with vertigo. My goodness.
Gets out of dodge there.
Spine buster. Corey, what can a superstar do if they find themselves playing defense in this match?
You got to find a way to create separation and buy yourself some time. Collect yourself. Otherwise, the beatings will continue.
It's a battlefield out there, and you have to navigate around the landmines.
All the way.
Are you kidding me? 630!
That might just do it. Come on, R-Truth, you can do this.
Well, guys, the referee should have it relatively easy here tonight because, as you know, in a Falls Count Anywhere match, anything goes.
Oh, aspiring offense from Ricochet.
He's a guy that can turn it.
Are you kidding me?
Diving splash from the top. Incredible impact.
1, 2. And Archer kicks out.
He's got some more fight in him, guys. This is going to be big.
Are you kidding me?
630.
So glad I bet on him to win.
You'd have to think a splash like that should end it here.
What about you? If you had to fire a guy, you know, let's say WWE, they're the best talent in the world. Who should be fired on? Who should be fired on that roster?
Here is your winner, Ricochet.
Not like a jobber, like Heath Slater or Zack Ryder. I'd fire Mojo Rawley. Like, to me, he looks like a guy that would push and push multiple times and flunk every single time.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That was a huge...
Maybe he's a crowd killer, man. I don't care if he comes out first, last. It's like Mojo Rawley. Who gives a fuck? And I hate the whole. I hate like chucking and jiving type of gimmicks, anyways. Other than the New Day, New Day are fucking great. The reason I hate the chucking and jiving thing, I think, because to me it's like, okay, Vince is an old fucking white slave owner, and of course he's gonna have his black wrestlers out there dancing and cooning out for his white audience. So I just hate it. Other than, like, I don't know, the New Day bring their thing, and they do it too. But it's definitely that. It's definitely that. It's why most guys that were African American did some form of dance move, whether, you know, Booker T. And I didn't mind the. Not MVP, but I didn't mind the. It's still based on stereotype. Him being a super athlete and shit like that, but that was fine. But I mean, I guess it's Vince McMahon, man. I mean, he's a super athlete. And then most athletes that are athletic are African American. Again, they always have to put over, like, he's the best athlete. Not necessarily that. That's a gimmick or a name. Like, even when you watch Serena Williams, the most dominant fucking female athlete in fucking history. The announcers will always say, "Oh, she's stronger than them," or you know, because she's black. That's why, and it's a predominant white sport. And I grew up in a biracial home, so maybe that switched my view. Because I grew up around a lot of fucking racist white people. I'm streaming. Shit, I forgot. They can hear me. But then back to wrestling. But, like, you know, wrestling's always going to be stereotypes, because even for me, it's going to be hard to push a Japanese guy because I don't understand their culture, other than based on stereotypes. So it's easier to do it as a heel. That's why the Kabuki twins are better heels than they were faces. Shinsuke is a better heel well, I don't know about Shinsuke, but it's easier for them to connect with the audience as heels. Or like Ali, Ali is the complete opposite of a Middle Eastern descent wrestler, because he's a babyface. He's the complete opposite. Every other, I can't think of too many Middle Eastern, if one, that were babyface. It's just easier to do that role and fall into stereotypes.
Here we go, and remember, falls count anywhere in this match.
Hook them.
DDT.
What's up, Captain? Yes, it will blue screen on 2020.
This point in the match, guys. Definitely not.
Oof, kick finds it.
Oh, what an uppercut.
What do you think of the Miz?
Missile.
A rivalry has reached a new level when superstars collide in this combat zone. Corey, what are the keys to remember for the...
I agree. And I feel like Miz was so good as a fucking heel that he could have a feud with fucking Jerry Lawler at a pay-per-view and get an audience to think Jerry Lawler was going to win the title. That's what I like about a chicken shit heel, that anybody could beat him. That's why Daniel Bryan was good as a heel, because anybody could beat him. And I think Miz works just really good with other people. On his side or against him. He just, like... I liked Miz during his WWE title run, and I liked his... I might have been his last Intercontinental title run, when they were doing Smack Talks, and Vince McMahon supposedly canceled it because Miz and fucking Daniel Bryan was so hot that he... You know, at the time, they didn't think Daniel Bryan was going to come back. And WWE's like, well, if we can't do a match, we're not going to promote it. So they canceled the fucking show. That's how fucking good the Miz's promos were with Daniel Bryan. That they thought Daniel Bryan was going to wrestle again, which he did.
You got to tee off on an opponent.
Do you want to see Edge wrestle again? Me too, Sam. But if he does wrestle again, who should he wrestle? That's why I agree. It's like, what is there to accomplish?
Thing in your vicinity as a weapon. It's about a competitor getting theirs by any means.
The more damage you inflict, the better.
Because I didn't need to see Batista and Triple H, but I mean, it made sense.
This is all about total destruction. Nothing is off limits. Still seems a little early.
And I mean, I kind of got hyped when Batista fucking drugged Ric Flair. And he's like, give me what I want. What do you want? Give me what I want. What do you want? Do you want it? Do you want it? I thought they were just going to have sex in the ring. That's what it sounded like. Remember when Batista's like, give me what I want? The Triple H is, what do you want? Do you want it? Do you want it? He's like, give me what I want. Do you want it? I'm like, are they going to have sex or what? I mean... I'd be sarcastic.
This is never one who's short on voicing his opinions about himself, an opponent, or the WWE Universe. If there's one WWE superstar who seems to always have a microphone...
I think I told CR that yesterday. After my promo, he's like, give me what I want. Give me what I want. I'm like, you're kind of creeping me out, man. I mean, you know, I'm not I might be king, but I'm not Triple H, and... when you were talking to Hunter, I didn't know what you want. Did you want a kiss? Did you want to slap his ass? I don't know. So what do you want? I'm like, he didn't respond. he didn't respond.
It's The Miz. The Miz looking a little bit shaken.
The unpredictable nature of this match can help turn the tides, though.
Devastating kick.
It's not in this moveset, I don't think. Oh Lord.
Reversal by The Miz.
Maybe it is.
No, another reversal. Neither one of them are willing to give an inch here.
This guy has every square inch of that ring scouted to perfection.
I'll find out right here.
There's the
Oh, it is in here.
agility. Full array of offense from Ricochet.
Everyone knows that he flips that switch and taps into an energy source few superstars have.
Neck breaker.
Whose move should I who would that fit?
Downward spiral.
The Miz definitely in a tough spot now.
Okay, so this Ricochet has new moves.
Ricochet ready to strike. 630.
And just like that, it's all shoulders down.
They could have gave him cooler moves though. I wish they would have gave Ricochet his, you know, when he like he'll do his little rolling shotgun drop kick, or even his pump kick to the back of the head.
Here is your winner, Ricochet.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a very big win here tonight. Great effort.
It could. I think it looks like a hill move. Something about the stun gun just looks like a hill.
I know you're excited, Corey, because here comes the Planet's champion. And his opponent from Aberdeen, Washington, weighing in.
I know one thing about Falls Count Anywhere matches. These superstars have a habit of finding useful weapons around the arena.
Said it again. I don't know. The last time I was like, see, I thought what they should have did when they reunited the Shield, because Strowman had their Money in the Bank. The Shield should have been heels and kept the belt on Roman. Which, no fucking sense. Why is he the bad guy when they just came out and jumped him?
Blocks, chairs, tables, kendo sticks, lead pipes, barricades, broken mirrors. Everything is fair game in this one.
Thanks for reminding us, Corey. I should have brought a protective suit and a helmet. I think we all should have.
And they might have booed Strowman against a heel Shield, because I believe they would have cheered Seth and Roman and Dean as heels. But it's so easy for Roman to be a heel, I feel like. I mean, all you got to do is be honest. Nah.
Everything in this match is legal, and we have cameras all over the arena. So wherever these superstars' imagination takes them, you won't miss any of the action.
Who do you think is the best out of the Shield, out of the three? Well, they're all horrible faces. They're all better heels than faces. I feel like Seth is repetitive, looks fucking... He wrestles like a girl sometimes. Dean is inconsistent. I think Roman is the best of the three.
And you need a limitless imagination to win a match like this. You have to stay on the attack because fortunes can change with just one move.
Yeah, especially in a situation where
I don't think Seth and I don't know about Dean, but I don't think they can handle the pressure of being the top guy in WWE. The top guy. Like, they booed the shit out of Roman, and you wouldn't even know. Same with Cena. Like, it bothered Cena maybe the first time, a couple times, or maybe they told Cena, look bothered. But they're just top guys. They belong where they're at. I hated Cena when they first started pushing him in the main event and changing his gimmick, but you know, when you look back, I'm like, Cena was, he was Hogan, man. He was like, nobody's been a top guy as long in that top spot longer than Cena, other than Hogan, who was fucking on top for fucking 30 fucking years, 20 years. And then when he did get stale, he turned fucking heel and rejuvenated his fucking career.
limitless amount of real estate is your battleground.
And if I turned Cena heel, it would be similar to Hogan.
The impact. And look at the quickness.
I think they could turn him heel now. Man, if they would fucking feud Cena with the Fiend and fucking turn Cena heel because of it, like that's the guy the fucking Fiend turns, it would work. I think it would work. Cena's not the draw or the money whore, and if there's a new top face, what place does Cena have? It's only to be the top heel for that time.
Ricochet. And Ricochet making him think twice.
I wouldn't be surprised if Cena turned heel though. But if they kept him face, I wouldn't be surprised either.
We've seen superstars come back from long-term injuries with a newfound passion. And that's certainly been the case with Daniel Bryan's return to action in 2018.
Michael Cole, you ain't kidding. His return match at WrestleMania saw Bryan and Shane McMahon permanently derail Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's Yep movement, much to the enjoyment of the 78,000 plus fans in New Orleans.
He's bringing it back inside the ring now.
Setting up.
What do you think Triple H's next match should be? You know he's going to wrestle at Mania. This is what I would do, and the match might suck. I do DX versus the Undisputed Era, and DX puts over Undisputed Era.
In the corner now.
I just want to see Undisputed Era kick fucking DX's ass on a episode of NXT. Turn on Hunter.
Bryan showing some agility. Yet another counter. It's like they're both somehow one step ahead
I
of each other.
mean,
You know, we can stay here,
I think it would
guys.
fit. I feel like Cole. I feel like Cole could come off as a guy who thinks he's the biggest thing ever in NXT. He can do whatever he wants. He has his boys that watch his back. He can get in fucking Hunter's face, and then Sean could fucking come out or something. But Undisputed Era would go over.
Unceremoniously deposited on the outside. Out of this world.
I mean, I think I think Baszler and Undisputed Era are the only thing they'll get right on the main roster.
Spaceman Plancha.
Here's another look at that amazing.
Okay, you could say Dream. I think even if Dream never wins the NXT title, I could see Dream win the WWE title. And I feel like Dream embodies like NXT. I mean, all the other NXT guys kind of honed their crafts in the indies. Velveteen Dream honed his craft. I mean, he wrestled in the indies too, but he honed his craft and became his character and became his own in NXT.
This match is being tough.
I'll tell you this too about Velveteen Dream. If fucking Gargano doesn't steal the show, it's like Velveteen Dream's not too far behind a lot of his matches. Like, you know, Gargano usually steals the show at NXT TakeOver. But if he don't, like Velveteen Dream will usually, the match with Dream will usually be the best. Him and I mean, he's had some really good fucking matches at takeovers. Aleister Black, Tommaso Ciampa. I thought that match was better than Black and Gargano. And like Dream's not like super athletic, but he's just has it. He has it. Like, you can tell he grew up a wrestling fan. He studied the shit. He knows the shit. All that.
Here is your winner, Ricochet!
I mean, how would you bring him in the main roster?
Your winner. Look, I apologize for having to give everyone.
Two more matches. Speaking of, with Gargano, and the last one is with Adam Cole, baby. I'm gonna hand it to WWE, man. If they keep putting in these DLCs, maybe they should do one every month. Or not every month, but every holiday. Just put in one character. I think this should be free.
Johnny Wrestling.
And his opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 199 pounds, Johnny Gargano.
You know, I may go out on a limb here, guys, but I don't think it's too far-fetched to say that one day Johnny Wrestling will make the affectionate transition to Johnny WrestleMania.
To be totally honest with you, a decade ago when I met Johnny Gargano in a VFW hall in Cleveland, I never imagined that he would grow into the superstar he is today. Johnny Gargano has made a career out of proving people like me dead wrong.
Johnny Gargano was once a security guard in my security detail back in the day. I didn't even know who the guy...
Who do you think is the best in-ring performer in WWE?
You know it now, and so does the W.
I'm gonna say Gargano. I think Gargano is gonna give most people the best match of their career, probably in NXT. But I like Adam Cole more, so he. But I like Gargano. I could see Gargano. I mean, I could see Gargano win the title, because I would have never thought Daniel Bryan would have won the title, at least at WrestleMania. Not in, you know. But if Gargano gets over, it would be organic. He'd be super over. But they already booed him in NXT, so... yeah. Yep. I mean, that's WWE crowd. I agree. Only I feel like only if he wins too much. Gargano's a guy that can lose and never look. It's not going to hurt him. Right. I don't think. Nah. I think him losing all those title matches made his title match a big deal in the first place. So. And it's like I was like, man, I want to see him win. I want to see him win. I don't even like baby faces, but I like Gargano. And the most important thing, I mean, is if you're entertaining. Gargano's entertaining. What he does really good. But he is a vanilla midget. He's shorter than I am. I'm 6 foot. Oh, you're taller than Gargano. Maybe.
Comes to inflicting punishment on your opponent in a match.
You know what? I just found out what I don't like about this fucking Ricochet attire, man. That he wears the overcoat.
The superstars are only limited by their imagination.
A competitor must accept the fact this is not about wins and losses. This
I
is
got
about settling.
I got this match and Adam Cole, and then I'm done.
Is perfect for a superstar who doesn't
And if it
want
crashes,
any boundaries.
oh god, if it crashes, I'm gonna be so mad.
Buster.
And look at the quickness by Ricochet.
Strong impact from Ricochet.
Ouch. Ricochet is not holding back.
He's never
You know,
been
I
shy
should have
about
practiced with
attacking.
Ricochet, and so I could know his fucking moves.
When Johnny Gargano first stepped foot into the world of wrestling, he was 8 years old. As a socially awkward kid growing up, he didn't know where he fit in.
Yeah, he didn't find many friends to relate to.
I should be who? Okay. What kind of... One person's watching, man, and it's Cardinal. And I could, you know, I could piss a 10-year-old off. There's nothing like pissing a kid off. And you look at him and you just imagine him flipping you off. Can I make you party leader? Let me see. Party setting.
Johnny always had what was in between the ropes to put a smile on his face, no matter what.
I'm definitely using Killer as my guy if I have a big match.
He's going for it all.
You and Killer.
Can he take advantage of this?
That splash might just end it here.
Corey, what can a superstar do if they find themselves playing defense in this match?
You got to find a way to create.
Hey, Bo, do you know how to get the game to work? Just set your date to, yeah. Diesel told me. Set your date to 2019. You only thing is you won't be able to take snapshot. Go to setting. Go to your settings.
Oh. WWE 2K20.
Separation and buy yourself some time. Collect yourself. Otherwise, the beatings will continue. It's a battlefield out there, and you have to navigate around the landmines. Plenty of fight left. Not yet.
Almost nachos. Stupid beef, yeah.
And Ricochet making him think twice.
Ricochet going for it. Boom!
The pay window
Bro, I don't see no one being
beckons.
tired.
This is Ricochet's chance.
Can you believe what he's withstood here tonight?
This is going to be big, one way or the other.
Are you kidding me?
I just said 1-1-2020.
Is this what he needs for the win? Even better the second time around.
He got it. No, he got it too.
I'm impressed.
Shut up, nigga. I'm going to the futures.
Oh, this is pretty. Northern Lights. Into the final cut coming. There it is.
Ricochet taking the fight to him.
Yeah, he found another gear in his racing right now.
Right on the mark. He's bringing it back inside the ring now. A schoolboy. Here we go. And at some point, he's going to start wondering what it's going to take to put him away.
Hooked him up. High angle.
Well, next week I'm getting a game called Darksiders. There's 3 of them, but the new one's kind of like Diablo-esque. It's kind of like God of War, except you're one of the four horsemen. It's on PlayStation now. I played the first 2, then I bought the 3rd one, and I like it.
Oh, yeah, back suplex.
Ricochet with the downward spiral. He's taking it up top.
Are you kidding me? The guy's not human. 630. Someone should post that online.
Johnny Gargano is just getting Ricochet with an incredible victory.
Here is your winner, Ricochet.
Now, last match. This is my last match right here. Okay. I will. I'm going to definitely put the Uncharted in my library, though. That's true.
Wait for it. Wait for it. God, I love when he does that.
In a Falls Count Anywhere match, you have to expect the unexpected, right, Byron?
Forget the unexpected, Michael. You have to expect the impossible, the unimaginable at a Falls Count Anywhere match.
I don't know about all.
Ricochet going for it. Boom! Just like he envisioned. How is Adam Cole going to remain alive?
He'll fight.
Ricochet ready to strike. 630.
Picture perfect execution.
That undoubtedly cost him serious.
Ricochet ready to strike. Amazing rotation on the
Adam Cole's done.
splash.
Shoulders down for the
That's
count.
quick.
Oh, man, I
Hey,
thought
he
Adam
kicked
Cole
out.
was down for the 3. Close one.
Man, you and me both.
So agile. Boom, what impact.
And look at the quickness by Ricochet.
And Ricochet making him think twice.
And now that one's countered. Whoa, it's another reversal. Pow, drop kick. Lost in the corner right now. Kick right to the midsection.
Vicious ruthlessness in the bottom turnbuckle.
How'd you find that out?
Oh, nasty impact. Anticipated that attack perfectly. The running meteoric.
Going for the home run. Oh, my.
The Dragon Runner always glitches.
He's going for it all. All the way for the top. 450 Dragon Rana.
Nice. Two. I can't believe it, baby. Adam Cole lives on.
Never do that again.
Gets the shoulder up. He showed up here tonight for a fight, and that's exactly what we are seeing.
This is a tough spot to find yourself in, that's for sure. Oh, man. What a roundhouse kick. It's incredible. The threshold of pain. Ricochet
Ready to strike.
630. And we are done here.
You can't take any more of that. This might. Ricochet with an incredible victory.
Here is your winner, Ricochet.
Once again, Ricochet has defied the gravitational pull and soared over Adam Cole.
Ricochet proved to be the...
I'm finished. So I got 2 Ricochet movesets I can have. Got the New Year's Ricochet. Let's see. Yeah, let me give my let me change this Ricochet as one finisher. Give him this. Eight. Rick Rude versus the Ultimate Warrior, SummerSlam '88. No. Nah, hell no. I'm 35. Let me see. Let me see. So... Fireman's, what's it called? What is the move called? That is just so annoying. Okay, the shell shock. What is the name of the shell shock in this game? No. No, it's like a fireman's carry, and Ricochet hooks both your legs crossed, and he drives you in the ground. You know what? I'll go look in. It's in the strong carriers. He did it sometime. You remember when he would change his finisher every week in NXT? Cross-legged Samoan driver. Cradle. No. Fireman's carry. That's what I thought it's called. Yeah. I'm not in. I don't know how to kick him out if I'm not the party leader. $15? Jesus. I wish they would have gave Ricochet more of his yeah.
Yes, from another mother.
I'm shocked.
Brothers.
My game first. I just blue screen.